What's up, guys? Man, 8 minutes flies by when you're having a little bit of fun. New title, new notes. Let's go, let's go. Come on, piece of paper, Cornell notes fashion. That means the question, I don't know which way it looks when you're watching it. That means the question goes on the left. So you got a title up there, grammar number 59. Man, 58 was tricky. 59 is going to be easier because it's going to build on some skills you already have, some skills we've already been doing. So title, grammar 59, pronoun, that's a strange word, pronoun antecedent. First question, a little bit of review, but still important to remind us of how far we've come. What are some indefinite pronouns that are singular? Yes, don't forget, each is singular. Other words, nobody, someone, something. I'm flipping back, looking at my old grammar exercises for review. And, I look at 56. It's got a nice little chart up there. Everybody, everyone, I'm just reading it. Another, anybody? Yeah, you can look at your notes. You can look at old grammar exercises. Why, grade them and give them back. You can reference them. You can refer to them. You can file them and pull them up when you need to sound more academic. There are 4 exceptions for this answer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. Yes, both, few, many, several. Write those down. Oh, I got a lid on there. Water's delicious. You just worked on, I think it was 5. Was it 5? I don't do math. You just worked on 5 tricky indefinite pronouns that are based on prepositional phrases. Hopefully you can see all of those. All, none, any, most, in case it's missing, and some are based on the prepositional phrases. Look at the prepositional phrases, most notably of, but any of them, with, in, between, among, besides, next to, on. Mr. Kraus is on TV. Woohoo! You look at the prepositional phrase on TV to get more information about whether all, none, any, most, or some is meant to be plural or singular. Let's talk about this word. I don't even want to say it out loud. It looks so ominous and scary. Don't freak out. If I had half a thought, I'd go back and remake this PowerPoint, but I don't have time. Who has time? And I'd cross this word out, and I tell you, remember the arrows. Not remember the Alamo. Remember the arrows that you draw in a sentence. And then you start to look at this definition, and you start thinking about drawing the arrows back to something. And hopefully you realize that you've already been dealing with pronoun, I'll say it, pronoun antecedents. Let's take a look at this example. Please write it down. Hopefully I'm not going too fast. If I am, respectfully ask the substitute to pause the video. Remember when you're writing the words to leave extra space, not only between the words, but also between the lines. Give yourself room to write stuff if you want to. Our first sentence, Vanity comes in late for reasons only she can understand. Start thinking about pronouns, which leads you to this part of the sentence, the word she, and start thinking about what the pronoun refers back to. And you can see why I would want you to draw the arrow. You draw the arrow yet? Please don't shout out answers. Try and draw an arrow without Mr. Kraus. Try and do that on your own as soon as you finish writing the sentence. You guys write down the sentence yet? Apparently I'm just supposed to stare at the screen for a while and wait. I don't even know what to do. All right, hopefully you're done. If you're not, pause the video, because here comes the arrows. You've been drawing these arrows forever. Let's look at the antecedent again. Let's look at that crazy weird word. Only English teachers seem to love it. I do, actually. It's what the pronoun refers back to. What does the pronoun refer back to? It refers back to vanity. You could also refer to vanity as the pronoun's antecedent. Let's take a look at another example. Pause the video to give everybody a chance to write it down. Now that you've written it down, it's a good sentence, right? Miranda is never late. She seems to understand that it's her responsibility. Sorry, I shed a tear there. I was so excited and so happy. I'm getting a little choked up. All right, calm down, Mr. Kraus. Who does she refer to? What is the antecedent of she? What is that pronoun's antecedent? Draw your arrow. It's not that hard to draw the arrow. You guys have been doing that for a while. So maybe grammar 59 isn't that hard. It's just crazy English language of antecedents. An antecedent is what the pronouns refer back to. She refers back to Miranda. Miranda is the pronoun's antecedent. Uno mas example, but I'd like you to generate a second sentence here. Oliver loves school. Please add a sentence to that and draw the arrow on your own. Substitute teacher, please give them 2 minutes to create this and then hit play again. You've already written this definition down. I got to have you do more examples. The previous ones that we just did on the last slide with the wonderful and talented students that are Oliver, Vanity, and Miranda aren't as complicated because we've already done those. I want to step the game up a little bit more and go back to those crazy indefinite pronouns. So there it is. Please write down the sentence. Everyone in this class loves everyone in this class loves that he or she can eat in here too. Start thinking about those pronouns and where do you want to draw the arrow back to? So starting with the pronouns, where do you want to draw that arrow back to? Please pause the video, give students a chance to write the sentence down. Now that you've written the sentence down, we're going to focus on, where's my cursor? There it is. We're going to focus on he or she. What does he or she refer back to in the sentence, everyone in this class loves that he or she can eat in here too? It should look something like this, right? Everyone is singular, and we don't know if you're a guy or girl. So that's how that's how we properly do this. And this language stuff is weird. It's just formal English. It's good. It's professional. If you have an email with the he or she template in there, that kind of language, it sets you above and beyond the next person that can't do it. Why wouldn't you want to do this? Oh, each. Always singular. Anytime you see each in a test, just go right to the multiple choice answers and pick the singular option. Anyway, I digress. Write this sentence down. Substitute. Please pause the video and give him a chance to write it down. Now that you've written the sentence, each person in class takes good notes in his or her notebook. You were focusing on those pronoun things, weren't you? Who does his or her refer back to? Each. Each is singular. We don't know if it's he or she, in this case, his or her notebook. Okay. You guys are good at drawing the arrows. So let me review these two examples. What is the antecedent of he or she? Everyone. What the pronouns refer back to. Let's take a look at an example that's plural. Please write this sentence down. Most of the students like South Park and they watch it all the time. Go, Keeney. Please pause the video if they haven't written it down already. Now that you've written down the video, you're starting at that pronoun and you're trying to draw an arrow back to something. What are you drawing an arrow back to? This is intense. Hey, pay attention. Most is a tricky pronoun. What do we look at for more information with tricky pronouns? We just covered this. We look at the prepositional phrases. Mr. Kraus got really close to the screen. We look at prepositional phrases. We look at most, and we don't know until we find the prepositional phrase. Of the students. Again, of. Pay attention to it. It's always there. I'm going to put it on quizzes, and it'll be on tests. It'll be everywhere. To assess, to whether you get this or not. For me to see whether you are understanding this tricky concept. Back to the sentence. I don't know if most is plural or singular. It's tricky. I need to look for more information in the prepositional phrase of the students. Students is plural. So how am I treating most as plural? As I go down the sentence, I see the they. And guess what? It's plural. It's good. They refers back to the word most. And in this case, I know it's plural because of the prepositional phrase of the students, which has a plural students in it. You guys are ready to knock out a little more grammar. What you do not finish in class is homework. Now, you may be looking at the clock and thinking to yourself, I have tons of time. I'm going to waste half of it. I'm going to waste 75% of it and do this in 5 seconds. First, this concept is tricky. I would ask that you take your time and go right to work on this. Second, you have grammar flashcards to make up. Finally, if you are finished with both grammar 58 and 59, I love you. And your flashcards are finished, I love you even more. I really want you guys to finish the call-outs for fast and the fuel efficient. The faster we get work done, the better chances we have watching a movie. But not a movie starring me. So get to work, and I can't wait for the questions to roll in. Grammar 59 in your workbook, right? Lesson 59 in your workbook. I can't wait to see you guys on Tuesday. Good luck. It's a tough concept to do.